Hey everybody, how's it going? How are we all doing? Let's make sure we capture that. There we go. Hope we're all doing well. Yeah, hope you're all doing well. Oh, I need to do this. I keep forgetting to do that. It is Tuesday. It is not 9 o'clock, but it is. It is Minecraft Day. Because why change the habit of a lifetime? Yeah. So things we did last time. We made a start with getting our inscriber going. Automation access can access input slots cannot be extracted from. Top and bottom can be extracted from. Oh, this is interesting. So this is interesting. I've not seen this interface on these, but that's cool. So we can actually start to try and do some automating of this because I want to get A going. Because for our pyramid, we're going to need to get this realized transcendence, so we're going to need this reaction chamber. So I want to get A hooked up. So the next thing I'm definitely going to want is the controller. Yeah. ME controller. So you are going to need an engineering processor. So you're going to need... Let's grab the inscriber. And we need the silicon. Diamond. And redstone. So that's quite nice as well, that you can't push the wrong thing into this. Yeah, so that's quite nice that it prevents you putting the wrong thing in. It's useful, useful. So that'll make life easier to automate those. ME controller. So what sky stone have we got? Sky. And let's grab a hopper. And then I need some more cable. Received. Okay, so you're also quite nice that you only pull out charged quartz from there. Which reminds me, wasn't I trying to get a silicon bee? I did want the silicon bee. Um, Silicon bee. What's your flower? You want some quartz? That's easy enough. Because it's, in fact, that. Feeding slab. Okay, feeding slab. Oh, we didn't actually need the feeding slab, but that's fine. And I need to get another couple of those. Beehive. Yeah, we do have honeycomb. Some sort of plank. And then, of course, we lag it up So it's campfire and 2 combs and shears. So we go 1, 2, campfire, and then honeycomb. Shear, and then campfire. And then it's a beehive extension. I don't know what a canvas beehive's for, but you know. I can't remember what the thing's called, so we're just gonna go expansion box. Hey, we're notified. Expansion box. We want spruce expansion box. Yeah, I added the walls in over the weekend. Right, I need spruce. Planks there, 1, 2. And then we want item pipe. And we want my pipe wrench. Yeah, added those in at the weekend. Added a couple of paintings. I need to find some more like things to put on the wall. Just to break it up a little bit. I don't know why I'm going that way. I think you want to be there, you there, and there. And then make sure you're pulling out there. Oh, you're the reed bee. So the other bee we need is a Fluix bee. Which comes from a spatial bee. Which comes from crystalline bee and an ender bee. Okay, that doesn't look that doesn't seem terrible. But let's go back to RME controller. Oh, we need the Fluix. Which is what we were waiting for you for. Hey, Miss Sweet. How's it going? Alright, let's grab some quartz. And redstone. God, I'm gonna have to get that no solicitor's sign, aren't I? Where are you? What have you got for me? Pale oak, sign dye, maple. Yeah, I don't care about any of this. Yeah, we don't need any of that. Keep those on me for the minute. That can go in there. Well, you know what? If you come around here making so much noise, like if you're making that much noise, you expect violence. I'll tell you what. No soliciting. There we go. Now we won't get any more. And these llamas that are sort of hanging around. Cool, that's everything there. And then we need sky stone, which we have here. There we go. Networking switchboard. So now we have our controller. So next up, we want to start getting some stuff plugged into this. Flux, box of AE2 goodies. Powering your network. A2 has its own power unit. What's an A? What is this? Device generates energy for your ME network without need for fuel because of the crystal vibrations this device generates. Only one can be used in each network. Why wouldn't you want one of those? Generation crystal. What's it called? Quartz. Gen. Crystal resonance generator. I'm sure I should have some charged Certus quartz somewhere. There's no way. Where did all my charged Certus quartz go? Oh, I turned it all into Fluix. I was like, where did you go? That's where. That's where. In theory, you could like presumably put this onto peer-to-peer. Oh, do you just need to be just like on the network? Like if we put you... Yeah, do you just need to be like that? Yeah, I guess you just need to be like on the network. That's kind of cool. An energy cell. 1K storage component. I'm gonna put that energy cell back there. Let's grab some white terracotta. 3, 2, 1, go. So now we want to. What's the next in this? The growth accelerator. Processors, ME interface. Yeah, so we want inscribers. So the different inscribers. Oh, and then it gives me an inscriber. Okay, that's good. Gives me 4 inscribers. So we want gold, redstone, silicon. We have diamond. And then we want Certus. I'm gonna just make 4 of these because we're gonna need them. That orb can go in the bag. So let's make the circuits as well because we probably want them. You can have a long time, baby, but take some stimps on paradise. Let's throw these stuff away again. I actually want that press back because we're probably going to quickly automate these. Item pipe. So it's inscriber. And then we get a chest. Uh, you can auto export. Oh, and we need to push that into that side as well. Gold. Certus. Diamond. Silicon. Redstone. I need more item pipe. Item pipe. So if I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've ended up like that. You've ended up like that. Perfect. The redstone has all ended up in there. This is awesome. Right, cable. And then there, 3. That is a hell of a lot simpler to automate than it always used to be. That's disturbingly easy now. I mean, I'm only complaining a little bit. Only a little bit complaining, because it used to be an interesting challenge. But now it's not much of a challenge. Also, we've got 5 acceleration cards. I didn't realize we got 5 of those. Okay, completed processes and a box of 82 goodies. Basic card, sure. A cables, another acceleration card. I was going to throw those in there. Adding more channels to the controller. Yep, and then we've got the multi-block. We probably won't need... We probably won't need that one. Another basic cards. Right, I want to get down this way first and get our ME bus. So the IO bus is the input. Import and export buses allow you to pipe items in and out. This, along with interfaces and pattern providers, allow you to fully automate. These devices can be upgraded with cards. Oh, okay, you do want just one of those, input or output. Then we grab an interface and a storage bus. So an interface, we're going to need an annihilation core, which means we need Fluix Dusk. So we could do with getting Fluix Combs, because that'll help. So we need a spatial bee, which is a crystalline bee and an ender bee. Crystalline bee, and an ender bee. Okay. Crystalline bee. Amethyst, gold, iron, quarry. Ancient diamond, gold, iron, ender. So the ender's in there, and the crystalline's in there. Okay. Iron, emerald. There's the crystalline. Amethyst. Where's the ender one? Okay, you're still in there. So I just need you to come out there. You're diurnal, so... Maybe it's the vast quantities of honey that's still in here. Hang on, let's go and grab some... Let's go and grab some glass bottles. Do, do, do. Right. Enderby and you. Give us a spatial bee. So we'll just leave you going. And then we can throw all this away into our system. Right, let's just grab the 2 fluics that I'm going to need for this anyway. Interface. And that does mean that we've got that interface there, so we will push into the interface. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, you... Ooh, a teleporter bundle. A teleporter. What do we got from generating resources? Okay, we got unbelievable upgrades here. It's powered centrifuge, sure. Speed upgrade, nice. Another speed upgrade. Another gold bee. We just keep going from there. So that's on, that's gone. So yeah, storage bus. Because I want to hook that up to this storage controller. So interface, and I do want to keep that interface. This is really easy. That is really easy. That's disturbingly easy. And then you can get tag storage bus or a mod storage bus. So that can be kind of useful. Right, hang on. Whoops. Elevator. 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 So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. 4. Oh, and we've got tread lanterns, so okay, these have also got these are nice that they've got they've got the person in now. That's the mega torch. And let's drop down here. I think it's this way. There we go. So we can go over here. And then we're gonna need a bunch more. A bunch more cable. Do you need more power? Or do you need more flowers? Energy pipe. Do 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 do. I actually want probably another one of those. What do you make me? Spatial combs, which makes Certus. Yeah, I definitely want one of those. I want another one. And you need a Certus quartz block. Okay. Oop, oop. And we're fine just leaving you going. Getcha. Okay, you're gonna take some time. Cable. $20. We're gonna need a bit more than that. Good enough. Do, 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 do. Whoops. Okay, so now you have the storage bus. Are you done yet? And you can go in there. So when we've got that bee back, as an adult, we'll turn it into a Flux bee. So the next thing we want is a crafting terminal. So we were going to want a terminal. So we need a formation core. An annihilation core. Okay. And then we need some quartz glass. And then we need a calculation processor and a logic processor. Calculation processor. Logic. Redstone. Do you mind? Printed silicon. I need the calculation processor in there, don't I? And then we grab a crafting table. And then flux glass. Perfect, perfect. That's exactly where I wanted that. Crafting terminal. Hey, there we go. Oh, you got me a storage bus. Fair enough. So I use Soul Plied Energistics, Network Soul. Soul Plied is an add-on for IF Souls. That allows transferring of souls using a touching the storage bus to the soul laser base will allow your network to access the warden souls inside it, then use IF Souls item on the interface filter to request souls. Attach a soul pipe to the interface and it will use warden souls to power soul surges. I don't know what IF Souls is, but sure. I guess we need to get that before we can do this. Oh, industrial foregoing. Okay, fine. Quantum auto crafting. So what we can do is, well, we want an ME drive now. So we got that in there. Got that. We want the ME drive. Okay, that was easy. And we'll make the priority of that really low. Logic processors are gold. So make some gold. $4K. So interesting that you are now that, but that's okay. And let's grab this. So we're going to do that so we can just be piping straight in. Do, 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 do. So hang on, let's take you and move you to there. Nice. So everything, all this stuff now goes straight into my interface. Oh, and you've got XP juice in you. Why are you there, B? How are you there? I hope that's not like the redstone bee. There we go. So you've got... So if I put bottles in you, yeah. If I go into this backpack and I set you to feed as soon as the player is hungry. I guess you're weird like this. Well, we'll just leave you going. Why are you not turning into a... Why do you not run? Oh, you are running now. I guess we just didn't have enough treats in there. Okay, these are still... And we can... put those in there. Sort by count. It's the pet that motherfucking body dog. Oh, apparently I got hammer. Like the Vatican. Okay, you can go in there. I don't need the nature's compass on me right now. Wikipedia of the Vatican. There we go. And it's the fucking lively dog. Right. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We've got our 4K. We've got our 4K. We've got our bees hooked up into our storage, so we're automatically pulling that. Two 4K ME item storage cells. Okay, and then we don't necessarily need auto crafting yet. But we do need to get down to the reaction chamber, which is going to need the vibration chamber. The vibration chamber is not difficult to get. What does the vibration chamber do? The vibration chamber can directly generate small to middling amounts of AE. By default, no upgrades to default configs, it makes 40. When the network's energy storage is full, it throttles down to conserve fuel, but cannot fully shut off. Oh, so presumably you put fuel in it. Right, there's an energy acceptor. There's a furnace. There's a vibration chamber. Oh, we've got the personal vendetta. Oh, we didn't need that. There we go, no soliciting. This is really why we don't want any solicitors. So, a reaction chamber now. You need a matter condenser. Matter condenser needs some fluix dust. Another one of those ice spiders around somewhere. Take that. Matter condenser and the reaction chamber. Just making sure that none of these bees have decided to escape like that random bee did. Okay, what are you? The reaction chamber is capable of accelerating chemical reactions by using a catalyst fluid and a great amount of power. Reactions that naturally occur can be forced to happen inside the chamber, most of the time with efficient results due to the controlled environment. Increasing the required power and using power straight from the EME to draw the required amount for a ticker processing. A full block pattern provider is capable of connecting to the reaction chamber. So how much do we need? We need 10 buckets. So we need abominable energy, ancient wings, elytra. Okay, okay. Okay, so we've got up to that point. Oh wait. We can turn this off. We can configure it. Oh, that's how you turn it on and off anyway. Fluix, Pearl. Never over. Quartz. And then redstone. Whee! Okay, let's go grab that. What I'm hoping is that spatial bee. Bees. That bee can go back. And you are now a Fluix bee. Oh no. Yep, you need a Fluix block. Gee, oh. It's so funny. It's a best no mano maye. Mano maye. Mano maye. Bees. Alright, Fluix bee. Off you go. You can get cleared away, because we don't need you, because we're going to be using this most often now. So you need 5 million. 5,000,000 FE. Okay. That's not terrible. That's not actually that bad. That's not actually that bad. But it looks like we need a bunch of Oritech stuff. Like it looks like we need this Oritech. And we haven't done Oritech. But it does look kind of cool. Damn, I know me gay. So to start with, it's around customizable multi-block machines that will change the way you use tech mods, from basic ore processing to getting up particle accelerators. This mod has it all. To get started, you need raw nickel, as this is the crafting material for the mod. Okay, elevator. Okay, this I'm gonna do all the Oritech stuff like up here. Clear off the snow. So the first thing is raw nickel. Okay. Ore text adds ore boulders contain a variety of ore. Okay. Oh, there seems to be something deep beneath. Making multi-blocks of machine cores. It's all about making multi-block machines, most of which require using machine cores. You can always check to see how many cores are needed by checking the tooltip of the machine. There are 7 different tiers of machine core, each with increasing the number of add-ons that can be attached to the machine multi-block. For now, you can make either of the first 2 tiers to get started. Machine core. Okay, that gets me a bunch more machine cores. We've got 7 of them. Basic logistics. If you want to automate any type of machine, you'll need some way to pipe things out in and out. Orotech comes with several basic pipes. Of course, you need some way to configure them. The wrench is a basic tool. Right-clicking a pipe with an empty handle, set the pipe to extract. Using the wrench on the end of the pipe, disconnect it from wherever it's attached to. Sneak and use will insta-break the pipe. So we want a pipe wrench from Orotech. Okay, so we don't want that yet. We can't. That's optional anyway. So before we create our first machine, we'll need a few basic crafting mats. Magnetic coils are core recipe components for many of the machines and recipes of the mod. We'll use these coils to create a major crafting material for machines, the motor. So how can we make bronze? Uh, uh, can we make the foundry? How can we make this biosteel? Machine add-on extender. So I need some way to get bronze. Or steel. Or biosteel. Which means potentially having to go into another mod to get that. Or bronze. Which you can get from bronze dust, which comes from copper dust. Is there a book for Orotech? Is there a guide? Artec, Artec. Ah, getting started. Gather resources. Gold, redstone, basic power generation. So nickel, copper, and a magnetic coil. Okay, you can make steel, electron, and adamant in the crafting table, but it wastes resources to do that. So as soon as you can. Right, okay. Do, 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 do. This is quite the... That's bio steel. Okay, so that recipe is obviously disabled. We can make biosteel with biomass. Biomass needs a chemical oxidizer. Biomass. Biosteel ingots. Biopolymer, raw polymer comes from fluid separation. Centrifuge. It's a motor. Motors are made like that. The other way is bronze. Bronze dust. Copper. Pulverizer. Pulverizer needs the steel as well. Like, steel just seems to be the big blocker here. Yeah, I think we need to get some steel, which means we're gonna need to probably do just enough. Just enough mechanism? Maybe we can get a primitive alloy smelter. Maybe that's the thing. Void chassis. That shouldn't be too bad to get an Ender IO. Alloy smelter. And then some deep slate. I want to do this in the house. Do you actually need to be actual deep slate? Not cobbled deep slate? Alloy smelter. Pirates blocks, deep slate, skulk, endstone, bedrock. Let's just make sure it doesn't need to be like weirdly deep. Are we gonna... There's bedrock. How do we make grains of infinity, then? Oh, do we just set you on fire and eventually you... Yeah, so at some point you just pop. That loaded up pretty quickly. Alloy... And I do need to grab a primitive one. Just to progress. Let's grab that dark steel. Okay, so we need a capacitor. Uh, Basic or double layer. Let's grab... We just need a basic to start with, I guess. Right, steel. Steel dust. You can't be done in here. What about biosteel? Can you make biosteel in there? Yes, iron and raw biopolymer. Raw biopolymer needs this stuff. Centrifuge. Can we make bronze in the alloy smelter? That needs bronze dust. Sag mill? Maybe we need a sag mill. Yeah, let's make a sag mill. So we throw the capacitor in there. And then let's grab some raw copper. Okay, you're gonna produce me copper and some gold. Right, let's go and grab some item pipes as well. Do I have portal? Hang on, teleporter, How do these work? This teleporter doesn't have an ender shard. So we put you in there. Okay, so you link to that one and you link to that one. Perfect. Oh, I've got a load of them here. Nice, you're pulling those out. Oh, let's do that. Bronze, dust. I need raw tin. Thread. Tin. Oh, and if we put a grinding ball in, it works better. I remember this. Some of us ain't making a living. Dust. 5 savings. 9 to 5, 25 to life. Prison. And then you now make us the bronze ingots that I need. So we can now make a magnetic coil. And we can make a motor. That took a little bit to get there. So, Aurotech power, steam, lava, and the charger. That's the centrifuge, the foundry, and the crusher. Okay. Foundry is a key for progression and specializes in creating all the alloys needed. To build this multi-block, you need 3 machine cores. Place the foundry block first, and then right-click it to see where the cores need to be. So let's grab the foundry. Oh, we could have made the foundry. So how does this work? Place foundry block first, then right-click it to see where the cores need to be. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is cool. Okay, that's cool. That's some cool animation. Let's grab a chaos box. A box of flawed gems. You stayed gone. Hell to status quo. Brand new identity on. So I need to get some power going. So let's go here. Mist. Oh, please. So I'm up here. I want it to essentially be like basically a big crossroad here. And then here will be processing machines. And on the other one will be power. So you can go there. And then a basic generator. Basic generator. Presumably we just put coal in that. Oh, but how cool is that animation? Lava power, steam engine, converting to steam. All generators except the basic generator can be converted to produce steam by using a steam boiler add-on. Converts the machine to consume water to produce steam, so you need to pump in and then pump steam out, and then you use the steam engine. Steam engine speed depends on stored speed. Steam. And the charger is used to charge or fill items using power or turbo fuel. And then eventually you make a reactor. So the powered furnace. That's the pump, that's the portable tank. It's a centrifuge. Okay, at fluid pipe, item pipe, energy pipes. Let's throw the silver in there. What's the grinding ball called? Grinding ball. So how do we make these? That's soul sand and gold. Or you are iron, coal, and obsidian. Okay, I think we're fine not having it in. Pipe. Conduit. Conduit. It's not superconductor. Just energy pipe. Sweet. You now have power. So if I go gold and silver, in the foundry, oh, that's sweet. The animations on this thing are awesome. This is great. I like this. I'm quite impressed with this. Alright, I probably don't need all the electrum anyway. So that, I'm gonna call it there. For this. But I think we made some good progress here. I'm gonna call it there.